The Bible says when we give, God is able to make all grace, and that grace includes all favor and earthly blessing, abound to us. I want you to note these things. Number one, sowing and reaping is a major law of life. You can't play and you can't explain it away. So, I want you to understand that the law of sowing and reaping is trans-testamental. You don't say it is Old Testament or New Testament. In the Old Testament, it applies. In the New Testament, it applies. The truth is that when you are sowing a seed, whether seed in life, whether physical seed, whether spiritual seed, whether material seed, anytime you are sowing, be sure that harvest is coming. Because it's a law of life. Every positive seed you sow has two implications. Its harvest happens in two places. Number one, every seed you sow that is good is harvested on earth. I want you to note that. Number two, it is also harvested in eternity. Every seed you sow is harvested on earth, and then number two, it is harvested in eternity. If you don't expect anything when you give, you will not be able to make harvest. You know what? Everybody, if you are right now, I want you to write this down. Your expectation controls your manifestations, guiding any other everything. But in harvest, I want to show you something. When you sow, there are laws guiding your harvest. This is important. Possibly in the next 3 months, the things we are going to teach, we are going to study are ready. But listen, you know, we are not playing though. We work. Our studies for the next 3 months are down. They are ready. I know what we are studying. We are ending this today. By next week, we start looking on the bigger picture. By September, start looking at the honor code. By October, start looking at the giving grace. Everything is ready. We are not playing. Even 2 days ago, somebody called me, a relative for that matter, and around 2 p.m. I was saying, are you sleeping? 2 p.m. If I am sleeping by 2 p.m., except I want, I am stressed. If I'm sleeping by 2 p.m., you can see one injection. Some people don't know how hard we work. They think preaching or pastoring is just open the Bible and close. No, that is not it. Possibly I woke up before most of you this morning. That's the gospel truth. And possibly I don't think you slept earlier. I slept earlier. But that's pastoral work. But that's not what brought me here. Now, there are laws guiding sowing and reaping. Let me not tell story and eat my time. There are laws guiding sowing and reaping. Number one, I want you to write this. Okay, let me just mention them. If you are right, you're right. If you are not, no problem. Number one, your harvest is usually the same in kind with your seed. Your harvest is usually the same in kind with your seed. In a layman's language, it says what you sow is what you reap. I think it's computer operators that have the right description for it. Yeah, garbage in, garbage out. What you sow is what you reap. You can't sow mercy and reap wickedness. If you sow mercy, you reap mercy. If you sow wickedness, you reap wickedness. Number two, under normal circumstances, the harvest takes time to mature after sowing. Number three, the harvest is usually bigger than the seed. The harvest is proportional to the seed. 2 Corinthians chapter 9 verse 6. The harvest is proportional to the seed.